Welcome back, you beautiful fucks. It's my face, which you haven't not seen in a while, I think. It's been a minute. So it's a different video today. We're not talking about figures, but we are talking about Godzilla, specifically the community and why it's pissing me off, as you can tell by the title of this video. And I'll try to end this video on a more positive note, kind of. But listen, all I have to say is this. I respect people's opinions, political views. I'm not a political guy. I kind of hate politics. I find them boring and unnecessary to go on tangents about. Although I'm probably about to do it here. But I respect your opinion if it's not dumb or built on hatred. Because then I have to be hateful towards you, kind of. What I'm saying here is, lately, there's just a lot of gatekeeping and whining and bitching about the littlest things happening in the franchise of Godzilla as a whole. Whether it be a lesbian couple on screen, the fact that Godzilla is pink now. We have an analog horror made by a young kid, and now he's getting death threats because people didn't like it or whatever. We have people complaining that GXK is too silly and we should have something serious like -1, even though that the GXK trailer came out literally not even a full week after -1 released in theaters in the US. So there's just a whole bunch of whining. Like, me as a fan, and a lot of us here, and maybe many of you watching or online, know that we are very fortunate right now in the position we are as fans, because we have tons of content coming out. We have Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, we have -1 that just came out, we have GXK coming out, we have had the Skull Island anime come out earlier this year. I know some people forgot about that, but the MonsterVerse is going good, Godzilla's going good. It's a great time to be a fan. We are no longer in that terrible drought that we felt years ago. It's a great time to be a fan. But I think with, all this attention being drawn to the franchise, you get a lot of different voices, a lot of different opinions, and they're not all good. And all I have to say, enough of the gatekeeping. In terms of people complaining about the whole lesbian couple in Monarch, you complaining about that is making a bigger deal of that subject than the show did, okay? Like, it was not a huge deal. I understand in today's media, sometimes certain agendas do get kind of shoved down your throat. That was not an example of that. So it literally was just, hey, she just happened to be a lesbian. Like, there's no reason for you to complain. You're making a bigger deal out of it than the show meant to make a deal out of it. So just stop. Like, go outside, touch grass. Lesbians exist. Deal with it. So, just ridiculous the amount of hate I've seen towards that show now just because of that one scene that happened. It's just insane. Godzilla dorsal plates, I mentioned. I've seen some people on Twitter talk about how it's going woke because he's pink now. Some of that could just be joking, by the way. Maybe people are just kind of, hey, he's woke because he's pink. But there are some people, very few, I'll say, and some of it was on Facebook as well, not leaving you out of this Facebook groups, but where people are complaining, saying, like, him being pink has to do with gender. Some people are not worth saving, okay? Some people are too far gone. That's all I gotta say about that. The people are also who are, again, upset about, they want something serious. They're upset with how New Empire is looking very like superhero cartoonish, which you can definitely make some nitpicks there and some critiques there. However, saying you prefer a very serious Godzilla movie and the Godzilla should only be serious is ridiculous to me, because again, we got this trailer days after, not even full week, days after -1 came out, which is definitely a serious Godzilla movie, which is getting heavy praise. It's being considered a masterpiece and the best movie of the year. And it's starting to win a lot of awards right now. So, days after you see this great movie, you're getting upset because you see a more like fun style movie and you're saying, no, it should be serious. You just got serious. You just had the serious Godzilla movie. We have a balance now. We have both serious and fun. We are very fortunate. Stop complaining. Stop saying it needs to just be one-sided when you know damn well that this community likes to have both, okay? Like, if it was this side too, if it was all silly and fun, I can understand why some people would be upset that it's not being serious. But we have both right now. We are very fortunate. We're very, very fortunate. There's no need to be complaining about that. It's absolutely ridiculous, again, in my eyes. And maybe you disagree. That's fine. Make your own video. What was the other topic? Oh, Jesus Christ. The analog horror situation. If you're not caught up to speed, first of all, if you don't know what analog horror is, just look it up. It's a nice little subgenre of horror that you can find on YouTube. It's very entertaining. I dabble in it, and there's some very good series out there. So a young kid presumably made a analog horror series based off Godzilla. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm saying anal. I know sometimes I sound weird. I'm saying analog, okay? Not analog, analog. Now that we're clear moving forward. So a young child, maybe a young teenager, I don't know how old he is. He just said he was a young kid. And he made an analog horror series based off Godzilla. And I saw it. Wasn't a huge fan, in my opinion. It was okay. But nothing like some of the other series I've seen. That's not the problem, though. Problem is, other people have seen this series, and it's getting a lot of views now, a lot of attention. Matt Pat from Game Theory made a video on it. And this kid is now getting death threats because people didn't like it. How sad is your life that you're willing to threaten to kill a kid because you didn't like his YouTube video? That's the lowest of the low. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, how sad is your life? Are you that lonely? Go outside. You have a door at your house that you can walk out of. And there's this thing called grass and skies and clouds and vitamin D and bugs, and it's all great out there, okay? Soak it all in instead of sitting here in front of your screens complaining because you saw an analog horror series you didn't like and you think it's disrespectful to the suit actors. I guarantee you, if all the suit actors from back then could see this analog horror series, they would not be offended. They'd probably be a little flattered by it. They think it's funny or cute, or maybe they really would like it, actually, but maybe even more than me. But just being that upset, some guy on Twitter said this kid should be locked up in jail. What is wrong with you? Like, what? Like, this is just sad. Like, who is allowing these people to have internet access? Like, that's crazy. Like, you people are insane. Not you watching. You, guaranteed, whoever's watching this right now, you, pointing at you, you're probably okay. But there's a slight chance that you might be one of these people I'm talking about. And fuck off. Like, please, chill the fuck out. Stop making big deals about things that are not that big of a deal, okay? Monarch Legacy of Monsters is not woke, okay? Stop. You see a female and you think something's woke, you have a problem, okay? That means you're not good around females. Just saying. So, that show's not woke. Godzilla being pink is not being woke. Analog horror, that series, whether you love it or hate it, that's fine. But stop sending death threats to a kid. Just, you didn't like it? There's this thing I do. I see something I don't like, you know what I do? I don't care about it. I don't tend to it. You know why? I didn't like it. Oops. I go on to the next thing. Take that advice. Do that. You don't like something, just move on. Change the channel. Put on a different video. I don't message people saying, I hope you die a violent death because you made this video and I wasn't good. I was eating my dinner while watching it and wasting my time. Like, move on. Jesus. Again, I want to preference. We are, like, get this bullshit out of the way. Majority of us are in a good state right now. We are very fortunate, again, for all the Godzilla content we're getting. It's a great time to be a fan. We need to stop this gatekeeping, bring the new fans in. We're going to be getting new young fans. Minus One definitely brought in some probably older fans or people who are older who are just now becoming fans of the series. Like, we should be like welcome them in, okay? Like, I always told myself I had a good balance of like the very toxic community being the Halo community and a very welcoming community being the Godzilla community. And right now, the Godzilla community is becoming very toxic, which is sad to see, because that means I'm a part of two toxic communities. I just spit. Sorry about that. There's no one saying that we're okay. But I'm part of two toxic communities. That's not good for my mental health. Okay? I need this community, the Godzilla community. There's a Halo shirt over here, okay? I need the Godzilla community to be caring again, okay? There's always been a little bit of hate and toxicity that's never gonna go away completely, but it's just maybe because there's just so much attention on the series right now, we're getting a lot of voices, a lot of opinions, and there's some that are pretty stupid. So that's pretty much what I have to say. I did another video that was a little bit longer than this. Like, where am I at here? Yeah, I did another video that's a bit longer where I kind of went into detail, but I don't need to go into detail. Just stop making big deals about the littlest shit. We're living good right now. Don't gatekeep. Be very welcoming. Be understanding. Like, lesbians, again, they exist. Godzilla is pink for reasons that have nothing to do with gender. And what was the other thing? I said, oh, don't threaten to kill kids. That shouldn't be hard. That shouldn't be something I have to ask you to do. But again, when you watch this, you're probably fine. So that's the whole me being pissed off at the community right now. And I'm pissed off more so at a smaller portion, okay? Again, most of you are probably fine. But ending this right here, I want to talk about, because I didn't really give my opinions on a lot of this new media coming out, such as Monarch Legacy of Monsters. I'll give some brief reviews of sorts with Monarch. So far, so good. I'll give a more detailed review of that once the show is complete, the season is complete. But so far, so good. I have not watched episode 6 yet, so I heard really good things, so I'll see it eventually here soon. Sorry, I feel like a burp coming. Been drinking my Monster. Not sponsored. You can buy a Celsius for all I care. Anyway, -1 saw that in theaters on Screen X, which surrounds you, and you feel like you're there, and Godzilla's actually gonna like attack you. It was great. The movie, definitely the best movie of the year. Damn near masterpiece. Fantastic. Needs to be seen. I cannot wait for it to come out streaming and on physical media, because I'm definitely buying it Blu-ray because I need it. It's just a fucking fantastic movie. And I don't know if I want a sequel to that, though. I think I'm pretty happy with it being a standalone, but it's just so good. Really, really fucking good. I love that movie. And I have friends who aren't even that big into Godzilla who want to see it, and that's how good it is. So I love the praise it's getting. It deserves it. It's a really good movie. GXK, that's the other thing, the trailer. So it's a good trailer. And maybe I feel that way because we've been waiting so long for it. But it's a good trailer. It's just not as good as the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. And I feel this way because Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, obviously with the music and the fight scenes that they teased in there, it really hyped you up, which is great. It showed you like, hey, this really is a movie about Godzilla versus Kong. But also, it gave you a good taste of what the plot is. Godzilla's hurting people. We don't know why. We need Kong. Kong is gonna save the world. Like, it gave you an idea of like, okay, oh, Godzilla's hurting people. They need Kong. That sounds like that's why they're gonna fight. You have a sense of the plot now. You know, obviously that wasn't the full plot of the actual movie, but it was enough to draw you in. And again, on top of all the music and the hype, it was a great trailer. GXK, it more so just kind of peels the curtain back and just shows you a bit of what happens in the movie and just kind of teases the plot, in my opinion. I'm always going to see it either way, but I just didn't think it was that good of a trailer compared to Godzilla vs. Kong. But it's still good. It's still fine. I just hope the next official trailer will give us more of what the plot, the basic plot is. Like, why is it called the New Empire? Is it, who's this Scar King guy? What exactly is he doing? Are they going to show you the spoiler alert? I'm going to say the name, even though it doesn't really do any damage to the movie. But Shimu, however you pronounce it, are they going to show that character? Well, I'll be honest, so far from what I've heard, I'm not that excited, but I haven't seen the movie yet, so we'll see. That opinion will hopefully change. And I'm really hoping Scar King, because they have a really good premise here that can be done really well with him being an ape and controlling this tribe of Kongs. Like, there's something that could be really cool. There's a lot of cool ideas there that they could do. I hope it's just not evil orangutan wants to end the world that he lives on for some reason. Like, I hope there's some depth there. That's what I hope for. And we'll see how it goes. And Godzilla and Kong running at the end of the trailer, I did not give a shit about that. Like, I only noticed or paid more attention to it once other people started complaining about it. And even then, who cares? Like, I'm fine. It's not the worst thing out there. So, anyway, yeah, I'm excited for that. So, we're living large right now. We're eating good. So, cannot wait for that. Can't wait for the figures too that are going to come out with that. And I'm feeling good as a fan. And looking past the negative bullshit that I was talking about earlier, like the majority of us, we're all good. I love most of you. If not, my fan, or I would say my community. I don't like to say fan base. You guys, my viewers, my little community, my small little community. I really appreciate you guys. You guys, for the most part, are very welcoming. I rarely ever see any negative feedback. And maybe some of you will get mad about some of the things I said. And that's fine. You know what? Have your opinion. But I don't like to gatekeep. Bring new fans in, okay? Be welcoming. It's a great time to be a fan. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you all take care, and I'll see you all next time.